Hey, what's up nerds? Steph Cozza here, and today I am reviewing Doctor Strange. I'm just gonna jump right into this and tell you that it is freaking awesome. I had pretty high expectations for this movie already, and now that I've seen it, it totally lives up to the expectations, if not more. It is so fabulous. Honestly, this is probably up there as one of like my favorite Marvel movies ever. Like, it's up there with Guardians of the Galaxy because it is so cool. I even saw this in 3D and I hate 3D. It makes me sick. I don't like to watch it, but holy shit. Definitely see this movie in 3D if you can because it is so cool to watch. The visuals in this movie alone are just awesome. It's like Inception meets like Doctor Who time travel, timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly stuff. It's crazy and it's awesome and it's yes. Benedict Cumberbatch as Stephen Strange is even more amazing than I thought it would be. I love Benedict Cumberbatch. I think he's an amazing actor, but as Stephen Strange, he slays it. And I never really realized until watching this movie that Stephen Strange is kind of similar to like a magical, supernatural version of Sherlock Holmes, and it just makes so much sense. He also has a lot of similarities with Tony Stark, which is kind of interesting since Tony Stark is kind of nearing his end, and now we're bringing in Stephen Strange, and he's kind of like his weird supernatural magical replacement. Tilda Swinton is also fantastic in this movie. I would never expect anything less from her because she is amazing and I love her and she's so talented. But Tilda Swinton as the Ancient One is the most badass thing I've ever seen. I want to watch an entire movie about her because she is so badass. Now, the movie itself was really, really well done. It was really well balanced. The plot was really interesting and enticing, and the pacing was great. Everything about this was just really, really well done. And there was a great balance of like really lighthearted, goofy, like almost kid-friendly comedy balanced with like really, really dark, just not okay stuff. And it's weird how those two things can mush together so well, but like they totally work. It's a totally good balance because if you only had the dark stuff, this movie would be really freaking dark. But if you only had the goofy stuff, this movie would just be way too lighthearted for a Doctor Strange movie. But the balance is great and the plot is just, everything is balanced amazingly. It's done so well. As soon as this movie ended, I was like, I really just want to watch it again right now. And very few movies have that effect on me, so I'm super excited about this. There were also some really cool little hints at foreshadowing. I'm not going to go into any spoiler territory, but there's some post-credit scenes that allude to some things. There's obviously a lot of like Infinity Wars things thrown in there that are pushing towards the end game of Infinity Wars or whatever that's gonna be. And just so you know, there are actually 2 end credit scenes, so don't leave when you see the first one. Stick around because there's another one later. I feel like we just keep getting more and more end credit scenes. Like eventually there's gonna be like 6 end credit scenes and it's just gonna be ridiculous. But I'm okay with it because I love them and they get me hyped as fuck. I seriously still cannot get over the graphics in this movie. This entire thing is like this ridiculously crazy acid trip. And after seeing this movie, even if the plot sucked, I would have been totally okay with it because the graphics alone and the action and just all of the visual stuff is so cool. And I was just staring at the screen just like gawking, like holy shit, this is incredible. I also think there's a great balance of like romance because it is kind of thrown in there a little bit, but it's not really overshadowing anything. It's just kind of like this little side thing going on that's very subtle and it doesn't really happen that much and it doesn't overtake any part of the story. It's just there and it works and it's great. And Rachel McAdams is amazing as always. She's fantastic. I am honestly trying to think of anything bad about this movie, anything that I can say that I didn't like, and I really can't think of one thing. I loved this movie from beginning to end. There wasn't one moment that bored me. There wasn't one moment where I was like, that wasn't really funny, or like anything that didn't land with me. Everything was so good, and I want to go watch it again literally right now. So on that note, I'm going to give Doctor Strange a 5 out of 5. This is like my second 5 out of 5 this month. What is happening? This is so exciting. So let me know if you saw Doctor Strange. I know it's already come out in a few other countries, so if you did see it, let me know in the comments what you thought about it. Please don't leave any spoilers though, because nobody likes a spoiler person. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Head on over to aggressivecomics.com for the latest and greatest in geeky news. And until next time, I'm Steph Cozza, and this is Rated N.